So part 4 in this series, I want to go right down into what spiritual intelligence is, having walked through knowledge, information, the dumbing down of society, and then different intelligences, emotional intelligence, and wisdom. I want to dive now into spiritual intelligence. Let me begin by telling a fun story. So 2 people on an aeroplane, they don't know each other. There's a man and a woman sitting next to each other. The man is one of those guys that always has to have a conversation on an aeroplane. The woman is one of those people that always wishes that the person next to her wouldn't talk to her. So she's edging away, trying to indicate that she wants to rest. The man says, let's play a game. So here's the game. I'll ask you a question, you ask me a question. You get the question wrong, you give me $5. I get the question wrong, I give you $5. The woman says, really, I'd prefer not to, I just want to sleep. The man says, come on, it'd be fun. Let's raise the stakes. So I get the question wrong, I give you $500. You get the question wrong, you only give me $5. The woman thinks, just to shut him up, I'm going to agree to this. So she says, all right. So the man says, what's the distance between the earth and the moon? Without saying a word, the woman reaches into her purse, takes out $5 and gives it to the man. And he said, all right, so now it's your turn. And she says, what goes uphill with 3 legs and downhill with 4 legs? And the man's completely puzzled. Thinks about it, he's scratching his head, gets his laptop out, he Googles it. He calls a friend on one of those, in-flight telephones. No one knows the answer, he can't find out the answer. An hour later, he gives up. He says, I'm sorry, I just can't work it out. And he reaches into his bag, takes $500 and gives the woman $500. The woman takes the money and then rolls over to go to sleep. And just before she does, the man said, well, hang on, what's the answer? And the woman reaches into her purse, pulls out $5, gives him the $5 and goes off to sleep. So it's a cute little story that illustrates the man was thinking just in terms of IQ. He was just thinking in terms of information. The woman was wise. You could say that she was awake to the situation. She was wise. She had street smarts. That's what we need to be moving towards as a society and as individuals. But what's spiritual intelligence? Spiritual intelligence is the ability to take everything all together, to create a complete package, to integrate thoughts and feelings, sensations, experiences, your own needs, others' needs, to see the biggest perspective possible. That's spiritual intelligence. Now think about spiritual intelligence like a police lineup. Now you can line up everything in a row. You can take all your experiences, all your knowledge, all your facts, all your feelings, and you can put it all in order like a police lineup. Now the thing you need to guard against is what Jonah Lehrer spoke about, and not just pull out the usual suspects. Because if you do that, if you just pull out the usual suspects where you go automatically often, then you may just be pulling at your own blind spots and you may outsmart yourself. See the whole lineup for what it is. See that everyone, everything on that lineup has something to offer you. Spiritual intelligence is knowing what to do, what the right time to do it is, what the purpose of doing it is, how it helps the greatest number for the greatest good. What our society needs is more spiritual intelligence by any name. Call it just wisdom, call it whatever you want. What we need is people who know what to do, why it's important to do it, and how many people or how large a group it's going to impact. Let me finish the series with a simple quote. One of my favorite theologians is Dietrich Bonhoeffer. He talks about wisdom like this. He says wisdom is finding the significant in the factual. I love that. It brings everything together because the factual is important. Get your facts straight. Build up the amount of facts that you have. But the real treasure, the real guts, the gold lies in finding the significant in the factual. And this applies to any aspect of life, whether it's a personal crisis, a relationship, or some large global issue. What we need to be doing is finding the significant in the factual.